If you are still confused over why the heck a software update could cause mayhem in the entire world and why it's going to take days or even weeks to resolve, don't worry. Watch this to the end, and if you still don't understand, then you go eat shit. So, on Friday afternoon in Singapore, a massive global IT outage that no one has seen before occurred. In fact, some experts think that it's as huge as the Y2K bug, whereby people all over the world worry that when the year 2000 strikes, IT systems all over the world will go haywire, but it didn't. On Friday, we experienced how a Y2K bug could affect us, as many services went down. Over in Singapore, it's still not that bad as essential services are unaffected. The key disruption in Singapore is airport disruption, parking disruption, and parcel tracking disruptions. Over in other countries, emergency services were also affected, which can be dangerous. The cause of the issue is now confirmed to be a software update and not a cyber attack. So, how can the whole world be affected by a software update? Now, before any IT expert cancel me, do note that this is a super simplified explanation. If you want Chinwang, then go watch the So, moving on, let's use an example of, let's say, your house. You should know that your phone is run by an OS called Android. I use iPhone. But what you might not know is that there might be many other devices in your house running on Android too. Your TV might have Android as its OS. Your washing machine might have Android as its OS. Your dishwashers might have Android as its OS. Heck, even your fridge, believe it or not, might have Android as its OS. You see, most of this might look like it has only one software installed, but that software is actually installed by an OS that rests on a server. So, the OS, just like the software, need constant updates as well. Usually, they do it automatically. Now, imagine, what if there's an update that is wrong? Instead of making the OS better, it crashes the OS and refuses to let it restart. In your house, your application will one by one stop working as the update is pushed to the OS which all the application use. Cause let's say if your Android, your phone isn't working, you also cannot go Instagram with your phone. Now imagine this happening worldwide, and instead of Android, we are talking about Microsoft Windows operating system. And instead of updating Windows, it's updating a part of a Windows system that we don't use in our computer. Cause if it's just purely Windows, then we'll all be affected, and then we'll all be happy cause we can go home early on Friday. You see, those Windows OS used by companies for a specific purpose, and we know for HDB parking, are different from the Windows we use for our laptops. Those are made for special use, so they might have different functions, kind of like how the Android is different for your smartphone and your smartwatch. And for those Windows used by companies, they need a super powerful security system, while ours is just a Windows firewall. So this security system is run by a third party called CrowdStrike, a company that no one had probably heard of before Friday, but it's a big listed company that provides IT security for over half of the Fortune 500 companies and many government bodies worldwide. And just like our Windows firewall, it kind of go deep into the OS to protect the OS, so you can kind of think of it as part of the OS. But now you should know what happened. CrowdStrike released an update, and the update is kind of faulty only for Windows OS. Cause remember, not all devices use Windows OS. The fault caused the device to shut down and cannot be started again, leading to the blue screen of death that used to cause anxiety to people in the past. So this means we might be seeing many IT staff being fired soon, because to some IT staff, they have only one solution. Restart the system. If it doesn't work, it's spoiled. Since the issue is caused by the faulty update, the solution is to go to each device that's affected, restart in safe mode, and then go to the the program files to remove the downloader and install faulty update manually. CrowdStrike or Microsoft cannot just release a new update via the internet to remove the faulty update, cause the device is already totally switched off and cannot be restarted normally, so it needs a manual removal. Now, this is why it's going to take days or even weeks. You see, going back to your house example, you have got only a few applications at home, and that's going to take you maybe half a day to manually fix each application. Imagine having millions of devices to fix manually. IT staff be passing or be fired if they only know how to restart computers. Now, if you think I become smarter, watch this video to know why students in Singapore need to wear school uniform. And thank you for spending almost 4 minutes with me. I really appreciate it.